walks up to me, he's like, yo man, you got one of those CDs? And I was like, yeah. And I kind of just tossed it to him, right? And didn't think nothing of it. I didn't know that Dean worked with Jimmy Iovine. So he gave it to Jimmy, Jimmy gave it to Dre, and I get the call and I'm like, oh shit, you know, this is about to happen.
Wow. What's up, everybody? Welcome to an On the Motherfucking Road Hotboxing. I'm Evan Britton.
And I'm Mike Tayson.
And we got motherfucking Eminem in the house.
Slim Shady in the house.
Yeah, you got Marshall right now.
Oh, no,
Shady's
Marshall.
like, this on?
Yeah, it's
Are we
on. Yeah.
Okay. Yo, I'm so excited, man. I if I start getting weird, just stop me.
It's all good, man.
Weird is good on this show.
Okay.
Yeah, we get a little weird.
Okay. Yeah, no, I know we met at Kimmel, and I didn't get a chance to we didn't get a chance to talk, you know? I'm such a fucking huge fan.
Thank you.
I can't even
Thank you.
I can't even I feel like a kid right now, man. Like, this is crazy.
I remember I listened to your first album. It was a long time ago. It really didn't go nowhere, but I listened to it, and I heard you talk about cuss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the first album, I believe it was.
Yeah, man. I've seen, pretty much every documentary, every fight I've seen. Everything that's available. You know what I'm saying? I'm humbled right now. I feel like a kid again.
Why did you become who you were?
Why did I become who I was?
Yeah. Why would you want to do this?
I just loved hip hop growing up as a kid. I just, it was it spoke to me more than any other music I had ever heard before, from early Ice-T to Fat Boys, and then LL Cool J, Run DMC, Beastie Boys, and it just I don't know. It was I didn't first I was a fan of the music, you know what I'm saying, before I even thought about rapping. LL Cool J was the one who made me first start writing rhymes. And I was 12, 13 maybe. And it sucked. I wasn't good, but I had to keep practicing. I gave it up for a little while, then I started again back when I was 15 and started being able to kind of put songs together. And then I just was I'm starting to, I was never really good at much else, So I don't know. Once I found out I was decent at something, I just kind of focused and just, went for it.
That's interesting, because I remember I was in a juvenile detention center, and we heard we heard rappers delight. We said, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
How could it be? Because we heard it in the streets in our neighborhood, but we never thought it'd be on the radio.
Yeah.
And it was on the radio, and we were like, "What the hell was that?" And we were just all blown away to see that our music was being played on the radio.
Yeah. How about the fact that Rapper's Delight was a seven some odd minute song?
Yeah.
And the radio played it. They played it from top to bottom.
It was so popular. It was all off the hook.
Mm-hmm. And then Nucleus jam on it.
Jam on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Dum. Yeah.
That was I never really got into rock and roll or R&B or blues or anything like that. I just I'd listen to songs on the radio or whatever my mom was listening to in the car, but once hip hop came along, I just felt man, this is I don't know, I just was all in.
Yeah, hip hop was I just can't even imagine it. It gave you pride.
Yeah.
Us being the prototype of hip hop. At the beginning of it, it gave us pride to know that our music, people talk the way we talk, was being on television, being on the radio and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gave us a lot of pride back then.
Yeah. And it's also it's just such a, if you think about how hip hop from the start of it.
Well, I was there.
Yeah, and then it just
police out in the front of every hip hop club. You got the whole New York police station out in front of the club.
Yeah.
It was just, and if you went to a hip hop club and you were marked, people say, oh, yes, even in your neighborhood, hardcore bebop hip hop, and it's, what the fuck you fucking with those niggas for,
Yeah.
Mike? That's what they used to say, what you fucking with them for? Even people in the neighborhood, what you fucking with them niggas for? But those was our people. All the criminals, the thieves, we all listened to hip hop. The money makers and everything, the killers, the robbers, all the fucking street urchins. We all listen to that. That's what we listen to. And as soon as we listen to, we enjoy it. But we surveying everything. We're looking at the people with the jewelry, the coats, the clothes, and looking nice. And then we're getting ready to get them after the club is over.
Yeah.
And that's just what hip hop was about. All the robbers and thieves would come in there, they enjoy the music, but after it was over, we going to rob.
Yeah.
And that's what hip hop was about.
Yeah. Once Breakin' came out, the movie Breakin', and then Crush Groove and Beat Street, man, it was like, it just put the whole culture of hip hop on the map in a place where you could see with the music. You know what I'm saying? You had the visual, and you had you know, graffiti.
You must say, this is my way out when you saw that. When you started getting good, you must say, this is my way out.
When I started being able to put songs together, and I started like, figuring out like, well, I might be almost as good as that rapper. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep going. And then I start, I learned so much. Like I studied.
How old were you when that started?
Hip hop, the first time I heard anything, my Uncle Ronnie brought over a tape of the Breakin' soundtrack, and it had Reckless on it from Ice-T. Once upon a time, a DJ's task was just to play records. What more could you ask?
I know Colors.
Yeah. Colors was hard. My Uncle Ronnie started liking rap before I did, and then he kind of introduced me to it. And right around that time, I think the movie had just come out, and I saw the movie, and I was like, yo, I love it. And it just, I don't know, it just spoke to me in a way that no other music had spoke to me before.
I understand that.
How old were you when you first started putting it out there? Like started rapping or doing rap battles?
Well, I had a weird trajectory. Like I was afraid, like I was afraid early on, like 15, 16 years old. I was afraid that to go into any clubs or anything like that to say my raps, because I felt like I wasn't good enough yet. So I had to get to a certain spot. And then I was trying to I was just making songs. And one day I got a call from my boy Proof, and he was like, yo, you need to come up to the hip hop shop. And I was like, what is the hip hop shop? And he's like, yo, just come to the hip hop shop, write something, come up here. And Proof, remember Proof, Nani? He ran shit in Detroit. We me and him came up together, and we came up rapping together, but he would kind of go do his own thing, and then I'd be working like at factories and stuff like that, and Proof was out there like on the grind, and he started making connections, and then he met Jay Dilla, Slum Village, and a lot of the early Detroit hip hop that was like exploding onto the scene. Like Proof was such a part of that. And I got a chance to, when I went to the hip hop shop, I was like, what the fuck? He was like, yo, I'll clear everybody out. I'll have like 10 people, right? And you rap in front of them. And if they don't like you, they're going to tell you they don't like you. if they do like you and they fuck with you, then, So I went there, I said the rap. I got some people jumping around and shit, and I was like, okay, this might be it for me. And then that's when we started having battles at the hip hop shop. And we was having like a battle every couple months or something. Yeah, every 2 or 3 months. But every Saturday, I would make sure that I didn't have to work till 4 o'clock, because I was going to the hip hop shop every Saturday. So every Saturday for me was, and this is early 20s, was St. Andrews Hall on Friday night, Saturday, hip hop shop, Tuesday, Ebony Showcase, And then
anybody that knows Showcase, he said, "Fuck, I gotta battle him tonight. He's here."
yeah, well, that's what happened. I started battling, and then in the hip hop shop, the first battle that we had there, I won it. But what we was doing, Proof was taking names and he was putting them in a hat. Like if you want to sign up to battle, you just put your name in the hat. He picks a name, picks another name. So it'd be like Bizarre versus B Flat, and then they'd go at it, and it was, you know, and then me versus whoever. I remember one time I battled Conniver, who was in my group D12, but we weren't a group yet. I battled, Vaughn, and then I just started, like, I met a few people that got me out of just Detroit, and I went to like 97 Scribble Jam, and I went all the way to the end, and then I lost to this guy named Juice, who to this day is still a really good fucking rapper. And I think that he's so good that it's okay that I lost to him. You know what I'm saying? But
He's still in Detroit rapping?
No, this was Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Scribble Jam was in Cincinnati. That was 97. And then from there I met Wendy Day, and she put me on her battle team. She had this battle team that was an event in LA called the Rap Olympics. And she put me on that team. I went out to LA and then got in that battle at the Rap Olympics, went all the way to the end and lost again. The last dude. And I was like super discouraged. I just got evicted from my house. Had to break in through the back of the house. The dude that we was paying rent to, he wasn't paying the rent with it. So one day this is literally the day before I go to the Rap Olympics and thank God for Wendy Day, man, because she paid for my plane ticket. But that day, we're like, what the I come home from work, me and my boy, and we're like, what the fuck, all our shit is on the lawn.
I know that very well.
So, yeah, so...
lawn, the eviction, man, and they decorated your fucking lawn with your furniture.
Yeah, and people was rummaging through it and shit.
You gotta wait outside for nobody to take your shit.
Yeah, yep. So that happened, and then I had to break into the back because I had nowhere to stay. So I had to break into the house through the back window, which was my old window. Broke in, slept on the floor, got up the next day, went to the Rap Olympics, and by the first prize was $500. And I needed that $500, man, and I lost. And I was like, I was fucking devastated. And then this kid, Dean Geislinger, walks up to me and he's like, yo, man, you got one of those CDs? And I was like, yeah. And I kind of just tossed it to him, right? And didn't think nothing of it. I didn't know that Dean worked with Jimmy Iovine. So he gave it to Jimmy. Jimmy gave it to Dre. And I'm back in Detroit now, fucked, right? I have nothing, like nowhere to go. And I get the call and I'm like, oh shit, you know, this is about to happen.
Wow. It was fast.
Didn't seem fast, did it, to you, huh?
Nah, I did not.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, but I just gotta say, like, bro, you are like a god to me. Like bro, you've done so much in your life, man. It's like just so crazy to be the heavyweight champion at 20 years old.
Well, you're not chopped liver yourself.
I'm just saying. Well, I'm saying though, but I'm just saying, man. Like I don't know. It takes a lot to be the champ. Like it takes a lot, and you know, I remember seeing the first couple fights when I was younger, when you were first like starting to really pop. I had heard about, yo, you seen this guy Mike Tyson? Man, he's knocking motherfuckers out in 10 seconds. Like, and the first fight I saw was which one was the first fight I saw? I think it was with Trevor Burbank.
86, something like that.
And man, you knocked him down 3 times with one punch. Like, I was like, what the fuck? And ever since then, it was like, when you fight, somebody's getting knocked out. It's just a matter of what round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and like,
it comes from humble beginnings. You know, I had to, in order to be the champ, I had to get beaten a couple of times.
yeah,
I had to learn.
yeah. Yeah, boxing is hard, man. It's hard. Like I've been boxing for like 13 years, just sparring, just messing around. I mess around with Emmanuel Stewart, and
he was the best.
Yeah,
he was the best.
Yeah, man.
He had all the champions back then.
Yeah,
Kronk Gym was just so fucking. Just man, everybody was coming down here to see the fighters and stuff.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Lewis had all the celebrities coming down. He was the man back then.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was such a nice dude, and he would come over. He'd come over to my house, and we spar like twice a week. He'd bring his boxers from the Kronk Gym.
Ooh. I know Ricky Womack. Yeah, they were really great fighters.
This was.
I remember the amateurs when we were fighting for the Olympics. Those guys were really great fighters.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And Emmanuel was like, this was like 12, 13 years ago, right? So he would come over, he would show me the basics, and it took a lot for me to look. It took a long fucking time for me to just learn the basics, right? So then he started like after a couple months of us doing it, and they were just like, you know, up and coming kids and stuff like that would, you know, and just you want to spar with him, and they're like, okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So I got a funny little story. So he's bringing his boxers, and we're probably like 6 months in, and he's bringing his boxers like every week, right? And I'm getting my ass whipped, but I'm staying with him, right? I'm getting some good hits in. I feel a little bit good about myself. So one day he comes over and he brings his boxer from Kronk, and I'm in the house, and I remember like I was on the phone or something. So when I came out, the dude that he brought had his headgear on, right? And and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess he's ready. So I put my strap on, my headgear, and we're going at it, and he kicked the shit out of me. Fucked me up. So after we're done, we go like 3 rounds, right? I don't think I got one hit in. After 3 rounds, he takes off his fucking headgear. And I said, man, how old are you? He said, 14. I was like, man, I fucking quit. I'm done. Yeah, man.
You know, just it's funny when you say that, because some fighters just they mature real early. They may at 14, 15, they may be the best they ever been, and they're not good anymore.
Yeah.
That's just how it is in life with people. They mature. They peak at a certain age. I peaked at like in my 20s and stuff. Some people peak in their 30s. Some people peak in their teens. It's just weird.
I feel like if you hit me, I would probably die. Like right now. Like I still feel like you could get in there and just fuck people up.
Wow, listen, you feel that way, and I don't even have that in me anymore. I don't even have the mentality to feel like I have to fucking kill everybody's family and stuff. I still have that.
Yeah, but I mean, I still feel like you still look like you could punch a fucking brick wall and put a hole in that bitch.
Yeah. I
saw recently, Nani was showing me a video you did where you was just fucking around and you was trying to show these dudes how to.
I think it was a body punch or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how you jump to the side real quick, jump to the other side. Like, man, he could get in there right now and fuck up anybody.
Well, because with a lot of people say, Mike, let's fight. He just believes that, you know, you can fight at any age fighting. Fighting, yes, you can do forever if you have the desire to do it. Fighting's all about spirit. If you want to do it, you can do it at any age.
Yeah. But it's like, but nobody knocked people out in the way that you did. Like people got knocked out by other fighters, but it was like when they got knocked out by you, they got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it. Every time I hurt somebody and knocked them out, my life gets better.
Yeah.
My life gets better. And
yeah.
Gets better. And so I love hurting people now.
Yeah.
Because my life is getting better, and I'm getting the fucking girl, I'm getting the mansion, I'm getting the planes, I'm getting the boats, I'm getting whatever I want. So hurting is beautiful. And my perception of my life at the time.
Yeah. But it's like to be a fighter, though, it's like it takes a special kind of person, it takes a special kind of commitment. You know what I'm saying?
Commitment is, it's almost like you almost have to give your happiness up to accomplish your goals.
Right.
Because you're gonna, when you do in anything, if you want to be the best garbage can collector in the world, anytime you want to be the best in the world at anything, there's going to be disappointment.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a lot of competition. And there's going to be guys that peak at a younger age that he's going to blow you away when he's a kid. And then you're going to deal with a guy that blows you away when he's an old guy.
Yeah.
And then it's going to come to a time when you're experienced enough, the next thing you know, you start blowing everybody else. Everybody gets their turn.
Yeah.
You know, that's just what it is. Everybody gets their turn.
Yeah, but it's like you're right though, because like for me, rap is like a 24/7 job, and it takes a lot of dedication, right? And you to stay sharp with the pen and stuff like that. But it's a different kind of discipline to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the balls to get in the ring and fight in the first place.
Listen, you know why I used to love anybody that gets in the fucking ring, because you just think about it. As human beings, what fighters do, we avoid all of our life, getting into a fight. And that's what a guy does every day of his life. He fights every day of his life, and we avoid that shit.
Yeah.
It's humiliating if you're not on the right side, and if you don't know how to fight and then you still win, it's humiliating.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get hurt. You know,
Right.
so people avoid fighting. You know,
Yeah.
it's not normal. People are not supposed to fight. People are not structured to fight. Our hands are not developed to fight. Even for a boxer, they break. That's why we have to wrap them up and everything. We just not, human beings are not designed to fight.
Yeah.
But we do it all, it's just part of our DNA. To kill one another is just DNA, who we are, is part of our, any form of murder is a form of self-hate.
Yeah.
You know, when you kill another person and stuff, it's you reflecting on yourself, how you feel about yourself.
Yeah. It's interesting though. It's like, you know, boxing is just like coming up when I was a kid, I got my ass kicked a lot. I fought, I lost, I fought, I won. You know what I'm saying? And it was, and there was a point in time where I started getting in enough fights and winning enough fights that I felt confident until I started learning some of the fundamentals of boxing. And I'm like, I don't know shit. I know nothing. Like,
listen, we all believe in here that if you get involved with boxing, it's a tough man sport. Boxing's not a tough man sport. A tough guy's going to get hurt in boxing. He's going to talk funny at the end of the day.
Yeah.
No one's going to understand him. This is a thinking man sport. Only the smartest win.
yeah,
When you get a certain level,
yeah,
only the smartest win. Tough guys, this is not a tough man sport.
yeah. No, look, man, I also know you got a heart. So it's like, you fuck somebody up and then feel bad later.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, because you'd be nice to him after the fight. Like, I hate you during this fight, and then I don't hate you anymore, and I actually feel bad because you might die now.
That's who we are. That's our fear.
Yeah.
We're like that. We're vicious. We're ferocious because of the fact that we lost before and we've been disappointed before. We don't want that feeling anymore.
Yeah.
The thought that we have to go back to Brownsville, you have to go back to 7 Mile. That fucking fear. That's our biggest fear, to go back where we started.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Subconsciously, that's our biggest fear.
Yep.
And have to see those people who we grew up with and say, hey, I made it and I fucked up. I'm back here with these people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Milton Berle used to tell, I had lost the fight and I was depressed, and Milton Berle said, what the hell are you depressed for? You know, doing bad is going back to Brownsville. you made $30 million. Why are you depressed?
Yeah.
He's the old Jewish guys, these vaudevillian guys can't understand why these guys lose a fight for $30 million or $20 million and now he's crying.
Yeah.
He just couldn't understand. He said, if I want to watch, he never went to the fight. He said, if I want to watch 2 millionaires fight, I used to get out of my house in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
Because they were fighting all the time.
Right.
Hey, but I want to say you said we really entertained your immersion in rap. We thought that was beautiful. Everybody, all nationalities and everything. We had to say you were the best. You put it down. We watch you battle. We watch you not battle them, but we watch you compared with the best. We watch you do songs with Jay-Z. We watch you do all those guys, and you got really ill.
Oh, thank you, man.
Really
Thank you.
Ill.
Dope.
One of those songs he said, yeah, you saw me before. I just didn't have all these swords before. But you say you had armed with these guns and swords before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you met me before. Oh,
Yeah, you just didn't have all these guns and swords before.
Yeah, I don't have all these arsenal of weapons before.
Yeah.
Marshall will step in the door. Yeah. That was the Biggie song. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yep.
fucking... Listen, Are you conscious that you know you're rapping like J and B? You know you gotta blaze, right? You know you gotta put it down, because if you don't put it down, people gonna say, "Oh, nigga, he shitted on you."
I mean, that's how I feel anytime I get on a song with anybody.
I
It's
saw
like,
that.
man, if I don't try to, like, I have to, just having that hunger still and trying to, like you said, it's not about the money all the time, right? So it's like when you lose a fight and you get depressed, it's because your competitive nature and your competitive spirit is wounded, right? Because
It's the reason that we started doing this, because we're not good enough. It goes in your mind.
Yep.
We're not good enough.
Yep.
He's better than me, and it fucking kills you. That
Yep.
somebody who's better than you, and you believe in your head that you're God or you're the best, or whatever you believe you are.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yeah, man. Yo, you was dope in The Hangover.
Hey, listen, man, I was just very happy to do that. I was like 280 pounds. I was on cocaine. I was just doing. I had my prostitute girlfriends at the fucking and this. What is this? The trailer with me. I was just living a fucking life back then. I had listen. When I did The Hangover, I didn't know. I went to the club, and the clubs in Vegas, they let me in all the private, And so when I went in this private spot, I saw these white people and these white crew, and I was looking at these people. But then I saw those two girls. What's those two girls? The two twins. What's their name?
Oh,
They're
I
really
forgot.
rich. The Owen. What's the
Olsen twins.
Olsen twins?
Olsen twins.
So I
Yeah.
saw the two. I saw one. I saw one of the Olsen twins with these guys, and I'm in and it's just open. It's closed to them, and then the bodyguard let me in. The bodyguard for the club, because he knows me all the time. I always give him money, and he lets me in, and we're chilling and stuff. We're coked up and we're drinking, and then they look at me and somebody comes over and says, "Hey, we're doing a movie with you in 2 weeks. We're doing a movie with you." I said, "When?" He said, "In 2 weeks." I said, "Fuck, I didn't know that."
What the fuck?
Yeah, I said, "Fuck, I didn't know that." And so I'm on this movie, I'm doing this set and stuff, and I'm just a mess back then. So I do this movie, and I don't think this movie is shit. I'm high all the time. And then I'm in a restaurant. I come out the restaurant, you see one of those buses, the tour bus. They see me, they must have went to the movie and saw the preview, because the movie wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
And then when they saw me, it must have been like 30, they all got off the bus and said, "We love you, we saw you in the movie." And then my friend Zip, who's no longer with us, he said, "Hey, we got something here, we're back." We're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's been a wrap ever since. And Todd Phillips been my friend. And I was out in the club. I don't know what club I was at, but it was a movie theater. And I went there, and everybody was all over me. And the guy that produced Hangover, Todd Phillips, who did the Joker, he looked and he said, "Listen, I feel proud because I feel I'm a part of this." Because he saw everybody coming up to me. He said, "I feel like I'm a part of this." That, he was proud that everybody was coming up to me. And then next thing you know, he was, I can't even tell you what we're doing next, but anything. It's just, we became good friends.
That's dope.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, it's dope too, because like I was like, holy shit, Mike can act. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then seeing the Undisputed, man, and hearing you tell them stories that I'm like, I so want to know about this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody knew the story, but they didn't know the underlying behind the story. Why did I do that?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Getting ready to do round 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the round 2 is so much better than round 1. We did this all. Listen, this is really interesting. How do you do this? I knew you had to do it. So I'm on the show, and I said, "Good night." And there's 4,000 people. And when I say good night in Toronto, they all get up and they come to the stage. And they just want to touch me, and I don't know what to do. The security's not doing nothing.
Right.
I don't want these people to think I'm scared and run off. I want to run, but so I just get caught in it. It was just overwhelming and shit that people think that way about you. And in my mind, I always had a low self-esteem. I said, if these people think much about me, they must not be shit. You know what I mean? Because why would you think about me? Because I don't think I'm shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I went through a lot of that shit too, growing up as a kid, and just feeling like I wasn't good enough for anything, like whatever I did. I just wasn't good enough. And yeah, man, it's a psychological thing. I think that once you, for for anybody who feels like that, right? Like I just feel like I'm worthless. I'm not nothing in this world. Anybody who feels that and then finds something that they're actually good at, it's like I think that's what makes somebody go for that so hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was never good at nothing. I'm good at this. You know?
The most successful people that ever lived in history are megalomaniacs, but they got a low self-esteem.
Yeah.
They don't think much about themselves, but they think they're God on the other hand too.
Right.
You know, but those are the most successful people. They're always challenging that doubt,
Yeah.
making that doubt inconceivable. That's not true, but they still believe it's doubt.
Right.
Even though they prove that it doesn't stop them from succeeding, but they still challenge that, and it still bothers them. They still believe they're nothing. After they made billions of dollars, they still believe they're not shit. That's just how the mind fucks with us.
Yeah, people also think too, like money just buys happiness, and it absolutely is not the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be right inside. Otherwise, none of this shit means nothing.
No, absolutely. They get everything. Then this is something. This is everything. Fuck this. Pow.
Mm-hmm.
This is everything. I waste my fucking life for this. This is everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Em, you just blew the fucking roof off the Oscars. How'd that feel?
Man.
Are you surprised that they still ask you to come?
Actually,
I thought it was the fucking dopest thing I've sseen in a long time, dude.
thanks, man, but I'm gonna tell you why I'm making that face.
Okay.
Because when I went out there, everything was cool, right? I go through the first verse, and you know they had the pack where you're
The mic pack?
yeah, the mic pack
Yeah.
that you wear, you know, the clip onto your belt, and then you got the in-ears that go in your ears, right, so you can hear the sound. And I'm rapping, and all of a sudden I see between my legs the motherfucking pack swinging. What the fuck?
Oh,
So I'm like this, trying to grab that shit. I don't know what they showed on TV and what they didn't. But man, I was like, so then I tried to stick that bitch in my, and I'm like, wow, I got no pockets back here. Fuck.
Oh,
So I'm rapping the
fuck.
lyrics while I'm doing this, and then I'm like, man, let's put it in my front pocket. Fuck it. By that time, the song's over. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? We rehearsed for that shit. I know the words to Lose Yourself, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But we rehearsed that shit extras just so we didn't fuck that up.
Oh,
And then that was the one thing we didn't plan for. And of course it went wrong. And I'm like, motherfuck.
Which nobody's saying.
yeah, dude. Nobody saw that.
Really?
Nobody saw it. No, you killed it, bro. You fucking killed it.
Thanks, man.
dude.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, I ain't
nobody
watched
saw
it because
that.
I got creeped out. I'm like, I don't want to fucking see this shit. I'm going to just get angry.
Yeah, I know.
Girl, how old is
Oh,
she?
fuck.
Haley is 23.
What's that like? She has boyfriends and stuff. She has babies. She,
Not babies. Nope. Just boyfriend.
yeah.
And yeah, she's doing good. She's made me proud for sure. She graduated from college. 3.9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for her, man.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
awesome. How does that feel? You have a 23-year-old. I was just listening to Slim Shady
Yeah.
and listening
Yeah,
to that.
it definitely is crazy. It definitely is crazy. I have a niece that I have helped raise too. That's kind of like a daughter, pretty much like a daughter to me.
Wow.
And she is 26, and then I have a younger one that's 17 now. So when I think about my accomplishments, like that's probably the thing I'm the most proud of. You know, is being able to raise kids.
You know, most guys like us that are successful and stuff that supposedly have it all, our kids are fucked up. You know,
Yeah.
they're fucked up. They never had the life that we had. They never struggled. They never know struggle. Without struggle, there's no progress. You know, and that's why they don't progress, because they don't struggle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely important to keep your kids grounded when there's situations like we have, right?
Yeah,
It's like
absolutely.
it's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, brother. Thanks for coming in. I know
Really?
you got to get back to your shoot.
It's all good, man. I'm so honored even think to do this, man.
We love you, nigga.
Dude, you're the fucking man, bro. Come on.
Love you.
Yeah,
man.
but like I said, man, I can't. You know, I told you I was gonna fan out on you, and if it gets weird, just stop me.
It's all good, man.
We love
But you're motherfucking Mike Tyson, man.
You're motherfucking Eminem.
Listen, Eminem, listen, let me tell you something, right? I've been to Detroit for the All-Star. I remember we had All-Star, some shit in Detroit. And I remember I've been to Detroit because I fought in Detroit. You know how, listen, so, and I'm from Brownsville that's similar to Detroit. What's the possibility of you being in 7 Mile, from 7 Mile, now you here? Now what's that? What's the percentage that happens? That's what I think. How do a guy in 7 Miles get out here? How do you get out here and you don't got shit and you're destitute?
Yeah.
You know how did that happen? Because it's ordained by the universe.
Me and this guy, man, Denan went through a lot of shit. Like when we were kids ourselves, right? And we were still when I met Denan, he had just started making beats, and we met through a mutual friend, IQ, who was a rapper who was actually on my Infinite album. And IQ introduced us, and then we grinded until, like, he went through a lot of this. We went through a lot of the same things together coming up, right? So it was like we did it together. We worked the same job. We were roommates. We had, you know what I'm saying? We lived in houses together.
Your guys' success became because of your lifestyle. Success and fame, all that stuff comes from lifestyle. You know, I changed my lifestyle. I stopped getting high. I stopped drinking. I stopped everything. I stopped fucking girls. Matter of fact, I never had no girl when I was boxing.
Yeah.
I was too young. I didn't have a girl until I was like 19, 18 years old. You know, but that's all I focused on. That's why I didn't want anything. I just wanted to fight. All I did was watch fights all day. Just from guys from 1890s to now. Just watch them all day. That's all I did because that's all I wanted to be.
Yeah.
That's all I knew. I knew all the etiquette about fighting, everything. Anything you asked me about fighting, I could tell you. How did it begin? How did it start? I knew everything about fighting.
Yeah. I remember, what was it? I saw a documentary where Customato used to make he would call out numbers.
Oh, yeah, the Willie.
Yeah.
The Wooly?
Like, man, I'll never live to do that. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, he was crazy, but he was still crazy.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of his fighters left him because he's so overbearing. He's so perfected. And if you're allowed to stay, you have to be crazy, too, to be with this man. Because I wanted to be the best so bad.
Yeah.
And only he could do it. No one could inspire me like him. I'm one of those guys. I'm a dark person. I come from a dark world. So nobody, especially a white motherfucker, no one could inspire me like him. He inspired me to be better than what I was. There's no way I was going to be. If I was Mike Tyson, badass motherfucker from Brownsville, Brooklyn, I still wouldn't have made it. Because that was just Brownsville, Brooklyn. He made me believe I was the best fighter the world has ever produced.
Yeah, but you did it, though.
Yeah.
But you did it. And you were the best fighter.
Yeah, but in life, that's not a good way to think. And fighting is great, but in life, it's reckless. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
To be successful in one field is disastrous in another field.
Right. Yeah.
Like with you were great in rap, but in life you were kind of shaky.
Yeah. Oh, I was shit. I
I
have an 8th grade education.
No, it has nothing to do with the education. It was the pressure. All of a sudden, boom, they're in your face. And people are judging you, and you got we have a little weird self-esteem anyway. Now people are judging us, saying things about it, and we get defensive. And when we get defensive, we play into their game.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But still, even though we do that, this gives us our attention, and we get reputations for being crazy and unstable and drug addicts and stuff, and then we go through the whole recovery thing. Listen, the best thing that ever happened to me, I got involved with the recovery program because I met great people, but I'm a, what am I? What I am? I am a relapse specialist. You know, I just have to relapse. Even if I'm 5 years straight, then I relapse. And my relapse starts with thinking or me jerking off a lot or something. You know, and that just start me off. I start looking at my porn, and I start jerking off, and then I start looking at fucking prey. Then I look at people who I never thought about fucking and stuff, who's real close to me, and that's just who I am. You know what I mean? Those are my habits, and those are my flaws and shit.
Yeah. Oh, the people around me, man, my people think I'm fucking nuts. Yeah.
No, you should feel sorry for the people who are not nuts that are around you.
Yeah.
If you're not crazy in this crazy world, I really feel sorry for you.
Yeah, I think my circle of friends is definitely somewhere in the ballpark of my insanity.
There's no
Just
doubt
to be
about
friends with me.
It's how do we live in this world? How do we find out our purpose? You're born, and most of us are born fucking in bad situations, and then we say, wow, what's wrong with us? Why are we here?
Mm-hmm.
Why did they put us here? Why we're not living like these people and stuff? And these people look down on us. And when we're around these people can call the cops on us, and the cops won't listen to us and listen to those people.
Yeah.
Then you start saying, hey, I'm garbage, I'm nothing. Life showing me that I'm nothing. And then you run into somebody who you think is son, and he tells you great things about yourself, and then you think you're great because this great guy told you great things about yourself, and then the whole perspective of your confidence goes to another level.
Proof. That's how Proof was to me. Yeah, man. He was a godsend to me because I know that I would not have made it without knowing him, because he gave me he co-signed for me when I went to the shop, when I went to Ebony Showcase. He co-signed for me everywhere I went, and people respected him. His name meant something because they respected him, because he was the crazy.
Listen, when Cuss told those South African guys, hey, say, listen, we have a black young man in this house, he's our family, you treat him the way you treat us. And he told everybody around there, all those white guys, here's all those guys with power politics, this is our son, this is the, and nigga, my head was so big. He shouldn't have did, he never told me I was a nigga that you're not gonna make. He always said I was superior than everybody. You know, isn't that a trip? He told me I'm better than everybody. The reason why those people bother me because they're jealous of you. He never had put doubt in my mind that I was fucked up, even though I believe that he has shattered that and made me into my mind. I thought I was a demigod.
It's crazy because that's the one thing you needed. That's the one
absolutely.
thing you needed in your life to feel like you was special.
No,
that's how Proof made me feel.
My confidence was so low. I had such a low self-esteem. I was just a criminal. When I first met Cuss and I saw his house, I'm gonna rob these white motherfuckers. And then he kept talking to me and gave me self-esteem. And then he made me want to be his wife. If anybody said anything about him, I would kill them.
I believe you.
No, I'm serious.
I believe you. I believe you.
He had my mind just like that. If anybody disrespected, he has made me feel something. He made me feel like something I never felt before. And I said, if anybody disrespected me, I would fucking kill them. That's just how.
Yeah, man.
Because in the ghetto, that's how you show your love, by killing somebody or hurting somebody for somebody.
Yeah. Yep. I gotta ask you, when you was going into like them early fights, right? When you first started coming up, and you walk into the ring, what is that shit like?
It's really orgasmic. It's almost
like you felt, did you feel like part of you nervous, like tense, but the other part like you gonna kill somebody?
No, I'm not nervous, I'm scared.
I'm
scared.
Yeah.
Because I'm a scary guy. Because I've been picked on in my life. I've been abused all my life. People did anything they wanted to me, so I have natural fear of not being safe.
Yeah.
That's who I am naturally. It's in my life, that's who I am. So now I got it with this weird self-confidence and violence and stuff. So now I'm sadistic because I'm afraid I'm gonna get hurt.
Yes.
I'm an animal now.
Yeah, so it's like I gotta hit this guy. I gotta hurt this guy before he hurts me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And not only do I have to do it, I have to do it spectacularly for more people who want to see me do it again.
And more people did.
The more I hurt them, the more spectacularly I hurt them, the better my life would be.
Yep.
And that's how my mindset was.
That's crazy though.
Cuss loves hurting people, other fighters. He loves breaking their ribs, their eye sockets, their cheekbone. He just loves. He just wanted to see how people work under those circumstances.
Yeah.
And
I just never seen nobody like hit so hard before. Like I don't like that's got to be something like what is that? Like
I got credit for my punching speed, but it wasn't my punches. It wasn't my punching power. It was the accuracy, and I was fast, so I got the punch there before the hard punches got there. You know, some guys are hard. Like Foreman's a hard puncher, but he just pounds you, hits you in the shoulder, hits your arm, and it fucks you up. I'm precise. I'm hitting you here. I mean, everywhere I hit you is a reason, and normally I get the right results most of the time.
Yeah, it's like the way you sit down on your punches. And when you throw those hooks to the body and shit.
The objective is for the guy don't see the punch. Those are the punches that knock you out.
Yeah.
You know?
That's crazy though.
Hell yeah. Well, dude.
Yeah,
I think you gotta hit back.
Man, can I tell you something? This is really good. We know you don't do this stuff.
Yeah.
And this is really cool.
You don't have to thank me, man. It's equal. Like you coming here is like such a big. We were talking about it, and it was in the treatment. Mike Tyson knocks him out, and I'm like, we're not gonna get Mike Tyson. We can't get Mike Tyson. I'm like, if we get Tyson, like that's the top of the fucking food chain.
Well, that's how we feel about you. We're feeling like, God, this is the biggest fucking interview. I interviewed everybody, Tony Robbins, all these fucking interesting guys and stuff. But this is the best one.
This might be my biggest interview right here. Yeah, man.
You're the man, dude.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, man.
And you're not no guy somebody gave anything. Everything you got was fucking not even given to you, fucking slaved for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're the only white guy that knows what it's like to be a nigga.
Not sure how to answer that. But,
Thanks.
yeah, nah, man, it's
A few white guys that know that pressure, like, fuck, I ain't shit. They ain't doing me like, they treating me like a fucking nigga. I bet he probably said the fuck blacks get treated better than me.
I mean, you know, we all got our story.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm super honored. I can't believe we were able to get you for this video. It's,
man, that's awesome, man.
It's a fucking honor.
Everything in life is you know, it's just always mapped out from our birth to our death. This is how it's ordained to be, it's planned to be. Tell us about being
Marshall's too humble to be, huh?
How's that feel being sober?
We can't.
Being sober?
We don't have time. We don't have time. Look at him. He looks great.
I'm used to it now.
Hey.
But it was hard at first.
Thanks for watching this episode of Hot Boxing. Thank you to Eminem. Thank you to our brother here for joining. Yeah, man. Until next time, I'm Evan Britton.
I'm Mike Tyson.
I'm Marshall Mathers. And if we didn't have to do a video right now, I'd be sitting here probably asking like questions for another 2 hours.
We'll do it again.
We do it again.
We'll do it again,
Part
bro.
2.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
Oh.
I want a picture too.